A malicious website triggers an invisible background request to your banking server while you are logged in. The web browser automatically includes your session cookie because the destination domain matches the stored cookie domain. The HTTP-only flag is a security attribute that forbids any client-side script from accessing the cookie content. When a cookie is marked as HTTP-only, calling the document cookie property in JavaScript will not return its value. This effectively stops cross-site scripting attacks from stealing session tokens, even if an attacker successfully injects a malicious script. To implement this, append the HTTP-only directive to your set cookie response header on the server side. The SameSite attribute allows developers to declare if a cookie should be restricted to first-party or SameSite contexts. Modern browsers now default to SameSite equals lax if no specific attribute is provided in the header. In lax mode, cookies are withheld on cross-site subrequests like images, but sent during top-level document navigations. Setting SameSite to strict ensures the cookie is never sent with any request originating from a different third-party website. This provides maximum security, but may force users to log in again if they follow a link from an external site. If you require cross-site cookies, you must set SameSite to none and explicitly include the secure flag. The secure flag ensures the cookie is only transmitted over encrypted connections using Hypertext Transfer Protocol Secure. This prevents sensitive tokens from being broadcast in plain text, where they could be intercepted by attackers on public networks. Optimal security for session cookies involves combining HTTP-only, secure, and an appropriate SameSite setting simultaneously.
In Hypertext Preprocessor, use the session-set-cookie-params function to define these flags before the session starts. For Node JavaScript developers using Express Session, configure the cookie object within your middleware initialization block. In Django, update your settings file with session cookie secure and session cookie HTTP only set to true. Open the browser developer tools under the Application tab to verify that your flags are correctly applied in the cookie table. Using the __ host prefix prevents the cookie from being shadowed or modified by subdomains of your site. The __ secure prefix mandates that the cookie must have the secure flag set and be served from a secure origin. As browsers deprecate third-party cookies, correctly configuring SameSite becomes vital for maintaining cross-domain functionality. The partitioned attribute, or chips, allows cookies to be stored in a separate jar for each top-level site. Add the partitioned keyword to your set cookie header to enable this storage isolation for embedded content. When making fetch requests, set the credentials property to include to ensure cookies are sent across different origins. Your server must respond with access control allow credentials set to true to accept these cross-origin cookies. Choosing between strict and lax involves balancing user convenience against the risk of state-changing cross-site requests. Remember that lax still sends cookies on links and GET forms, which can still be exploited if state changes occur on GET. Ensure all GET requests are identipant and do not modify data to prevent bypasses of the SameSite lax protection. Always verify cookie behavior in incognito windows to avoid interference from existing sessions or cached headers during development.
Older browser versions may treat SameSite equals none incorrectly, sometimes interpreting it as SameSite equals strict. To support legacy clients, some developers send two cookies, one with SameSite and one without, as a fallback mechanism. Short-lived cookies combined with the max age attribute provide an additional layer of protection against long-term session hijacking. Avoid setting the domain attribute too broadly, as this allows all subdomains to access and potentially manipulate your cookies. Use the path attribute to restrict cookie access to specific directories on your server, such as the Application Program Interface folder. Even with SameSite enabled, using synchronized tokens in forms remains a defense-in-depth best practice for critical actions. A strict content security policy can further protect cookies by preventing unauthorized scripts from executing and performing data exfiltration. Hypertext Transfer Protocol strict transport security prevents users from accidentally sending cookies over unencrypted connections by forcing HTTPS. Always regenerate session identifiers upon successful login to prevent attackers from presetting a known cookie value in a user's browser. For non-sensitive data, like theme preferences, you may omit HTTP only to allow your scripts to update the interface instantly. Secure cookies require a combination of HTTP only for script protection, secure for encryption, and SameSite for context control. As web standards evolve, staying informed on new attributes like partitioned ensures your applications remain resilient against emerging threats. Perform a final audit of your production headers to ensure no cookies are leaking session data without these vital protection flags. Monitor your server logs for unexpected cross-site requests that lack the proper session cookies to identify potential attack patterns.
Ensure your development environment uses local HTTPS to test the secure and SameSite flags effectively before deployment. Be mindful that adding many flags increases the size of your headers, which can impact network performance if used excessively. Implementing these flags is a foundational step in securing modern web applications against session-based vulnerabilities and unauthorized data access. Review your session middleware configuration today and enforce HttpOnly and SameSite lax as your absolute minimum security baseline. Adopt a zero-trust mindset by assuming all client-side environments are compromised and relying solely on robust server-side validation. A secure cookie is HTTP-only, secure, and SameSite restricted. This triple threat defense keeps your user sessions safe and private.